Email can help you be more productive, but for many business owners, dealing with email is like swimming through a vat of tar. In this video, I'm going to respond to a question from a YouTube user who asked me for tips on how to manage email. I'm Dave Crenshaw, and this is Chaos versus Entrepreneur. Tip number one is to schedule a processing time. A processing time is a set block of time in your calendar, typically about 5 hours a week, where you go through your email inbox and bring it to zero. You do that using the processing system that I talk about in my book, Invaluable. The processing system is what, when, and where. Decide what to do with it, when you're going to do it, and where its home belongs. Now, that 5 hours of processing doesn't need to happen all at once. You can spread it out throughout the week in increments of at least 1 hour at a time. But what about all the other email that's coming in between that processing schedule? This leads to step two, which is establish a checking schedule. Now, every person, every industry is a little bit different. So you want to figure out what schedule works best for you. The idea is that you're checking email, not email checking you. You don't want your phone or your computer to beep or buzz or notify you in any way when email comes in. Instead, set an appointment on your calendar to check email, perhaps every hour on the hour, perhaps 3 times a day, perhaps 1 additional time a day, whatever works best for you. Tip number 3 is to avoid folders. In other words, use the archive button or just create one big archive. Now, back in the day when computers were ridiculously slow to find things, it made sense to categorize your emails into folders. But now search engines are very robust. Use them and put all emails into one folder. That will save you lots of time having to sort and analyze and cross-reference and use the Dewey Decimal System. Damn it, Jim, I'm an entrepreneur, not a librarian. No, save yourself time, use one folder. And number 4 is use filters. What I mean is that when a certain type of email comes into your inbox, you have a predetermined rule set up that automatically moves that email into a folder. Most email programs already have this built in. Now, I know I just said use a folder. How does that contradict? It doesn't contradict what I just said. You use a folder, one archive for all the emails you process. But you can establish lots of other folders for things that are automatically filtered. Why is that okay? Because it didn't take any of your time to create those folders and to put emails in them. Now, I'd love to hear other suggestions. I know there are lots of great tips out there on how to better manage email. Please share those below. And also, if you've got a question that you'd like me to answer, just like I answered this one, please ask that below, and I'll work that into a future edition of Chaos versus Entrepreneur. Thanks for watching. Stay focused.